Me hoy me noy. You don't like SpongeBob? Reid?
How old are we?
Ready for action.
Remember when we did a whole SpongeBob episode?
Wait, do you remember that, Reid?
I'm not over that. Not happy about it.
I'm still mad. I'm still bitter about it. We could talk about SpongeBob if you want. We could do it.
You can
No,
go. I probably
it's
still have
fine.
my notes.
We have plans.
We
already have plans.
I have plans. Okay.
I have plan.
I have plan. Okay. I've got some news for you guys today. Welcome back to the podcast. We're jumping right in. I've got some news for you guys. A couple of news stories that I heard this week from the TikTok before it's gone.
Great.
Before
news
she's out of
source.
here.
When does that get
Oh
in
yeah.
effect?
So basically, they determined that TikTok needs to be taken down, but
Or sold.
ByteDance, the company
sold,
or
right.
sold to an American
Yeah.
company, but ByteDance, the company that owns it, decided they were going to sue back, which is what they're going to do, and so that'll go on for X amount of time. Who really knows?
Yeah, but like
This says
president signed it. Everybody signed it. TikTok bad.
TikTok.
270
Bad.
days after the enactment of the qualified divestiture, which will be January 19, 2025.
I know those words.
Yep, their words. So sometime in January, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Weird.
So she's got a good 6 months
Well,
to.
it's a good thing
live.
we don't have a TikTok presence. So
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Y'all might not.
It doesn't even matter. If y'all can find Reid's secret TikTok, that would be hilarious. So I learned a few things on the TikTok the other day.
Congratulations.
That disturbed
Scared.
me to my core. Okay, so the first one, I'm gonna go easy. Okay, and then it's gonna get worse. Depending on who you are. The first story is that there are flying spiders
Oh, yeah, I saw
making
that.
their way to the
Downtown?
United States.
No, they're not making their way. They're here.
They're here now.
flying.
Flying
We already have
spiders.
flying
They're
cockroaches.
huge.
What?
Yes.
Enormous.
Pull up a picture of one.
Please.
They're called the Joro spiders. They're native in Asia. They're Asian spiders, and they fly. Yeah, they're huge.
They're so big.
They're terrifying. Okay, it's awful. They fly by shooting webs, and like
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Spider-Man?
style. Yeah, they got the little
Except-
the web like parachute situation going on, and they just float around. Apparently, they can fly up to 3 miles with just one little. Just one web parachute. I don't know what the like math
Web
is.
parachute?
Yeah, I don't know what the math is exactly on their travel, their schedule, itinerary, what it looks like. But yeah, they are flying across the world. They're here. They're in Texas.
Why?
They're here with us now.
Why?
We brought one here to
They're
interview.
in the room with us. Jonathan wearing a spider costume.
We're gonna cut to Jonathan interviewing. I'm here live with I think it's Joro spider, right?
Yeah.
Joro spider. How terrifying is that? That's the worst thing ever.
I just want to know why.
Why?
What is happening in their environment where they have to come here?
I don't think
What's going on?
I
Why
don't
are they
think they're
coming here?
refugees. I think
The immigration in this country is just out of control. This is insane. We need to get the policy back in order because we got flying spiders coming into this country.
No, literally. Close the borders.
Close the border now.
Why are they here?
This is worse than COVID. This is worse than anything I've ever heard.
well, we
need
had
to-
killer bees or wasps or whatever during COVID, and that was just like not real. So is this real?
No, it's straight up real. Yeah, no, it's really real. Flying spiders, and apparently in Japan, they're like straight up cryptids. In Japan, there's like a what do you call it? A folklore legend where
Yeah.
they turn into this spooky lady who controls spiders and breathes fire or something.
So
And
she sent them here.
So she sent them here. Yeah, she's mad at us.
Were
for
they
some
like
reason.
downloaded with some like?
you wouldn't download a spider, would you?
Were they downloaded with some sort of like tech to like come here and
I don't know, man.
get
No,
something?
I mean this is like the way that what the bubonic plague came to the U.S. or something like that. I don't remember. Like, just it came over on shipping containers, is what people say. The spiders just
That's
came
not
over
how
on
Efrain told us. He said
No,
that
they
they're-
flew all the way
flew-
here.
They flew
all
here.
3 miles.
They flew 3 miles at a time. You know?
Right. No, apparently they just were like on people's ships and they came over.
Just hung out in people's backpacks.
Shein.
Down Sheen. Thanks a lot, Sheen. Dang, dude, Isn't that terrifying?
Yeah. I really didn't need to know that.
Trigger warning for it's way too late now, but
Yeah.
trigger warning for your spider people who are freaked out by spiders. My brother is going to be really beat up to hear this news.
Dude, yeah,
he's really not going to like this one.
I'm not going to tell him. I don't want to be the
Just don't tell him. Let him come across it naturally.
Apparently, they started in Georgia in 2014.
Really?
Yeah.
They started appearing in Georgia?
Yeah, so
That's
they've been in
crazy.
the U.S. for 10 years.
Wow.
It's insane.
It's too late. We're infested now.
We've been got by the media.
We've been bugged.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aw? Good.
Thank
Very
you.
Good.
Nothing
Very
to
good.
see here.
Nothing to see here, everyone.
Some good had to come out of that.
Jeez. But that's
Well,
just...
that's sucky.
That's just, I heard that this week and I was like, that's terrible.
Well,
But
good
apparently
spider
it's 10
invasion.
years, too late. The news is so old.
10-year anniversary.
10-year, congratulations.
You
renewing their,
survived.
renewing their
Spiders.
vows.
We're back, baby. I love it. Maybe it's like the cicadas. Have you heard about the cicadas?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
it's-
how that works, right? Like y'all get the cicada deal.
The cycles.
Yeah.
The cycles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like
cicadas come up every year, but apparently this is the year that like these two.
it's the broods,
cross,
right?
yeah.
So the broods come through once every 11, and there's two major broods that
think
come in
it's
11 and
7 and
17. 7 and 13, is that
I
it?
think so, but I don't know.
Something like that. It's like a weird, like odd number of
Mm-hmm.
years that these different broods are burst forth from the earth and
Are birthed from the ground.
Oh, it's 13 and 17.
13 and 17. So
Yeah.
we were all wrong. But yeah, and so it's the first time that they've come across at
Yeah.
the same time in it's something like 2000 or not 2000, but like a lot of years.
Whatever the
prime
math
numbers.
is on
Yeah,
that.
whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, what'd you say? 13 and 17 years.
Yeah.
Like how much math does that?
Let me see if the University of Connecticut has any information for us. A lot of connections there.
University of
UConn.
oh wow, good
Two
job.
specific broods of different lifestyles co-emerge only every 221 years.
There you go.
So yeah,
That's a long time, dude.
Was when I know. Sorry, you just got me all shook with spiders. So summer is always like cicada time.
Right.
My tree's covered with their nasty little shells every
yeah.
year. When is that supposed to start? Because apparently it's supposed to be apocalyptic plague.
it's already happening in Chicago,
Yeah, it's been happening.
Oh.
which I'll be going to Chicago in 2 weeks.
Oh,
really?
exciting!
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're gonna
Congrats,
I'm
congrats.
eating them. I'm not gonna have to buy any meals.
That's what they want you to do, Reid.
and
They
you're
want
supposed
you to
to-
eat the bugs.
You're supposed to be vlogging that trip, so please get some footage.
Some good
If
footage
there's
of
some
of that.
cicadas, yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
And look out for Joro spiders as well.
Yeah.
I know in Tennessee and I always feel weird about what to call those states at that part of the country, Tennessee, Kentucky,
The South.
it's like the South, but people who
It's definitely
one
the
don't
South.
get American the different zones,
Right.
And people who aren't from America, it just doesn't make sense to them. They go
Colonial
the South.
South.
What do you mean?
That's
And we go
fair.
oh, it's Texas is the West, and well, it's not West. It's the Southwest.
It's the Wild West.
the Wild West. But it's just kind of crazy how weird it is. But anyway,
I'm Dirty Dan.
but those states
on point today.
already have the cicadas cicada problem
Yep.
going on. I saw a shell the other day, but I don't think it's supposed to get that bad here.
A single shell.
I saw a single shell. It was the first time. Seashells.
You didn't even get it right when you tried it. Yeah.
Immediately messed it up.
She sells.
She's okay. So yeah, crazy stuff in bug world.
I hate bug news.
Yeah. The next co-emergence will be 2037. So we got some time if the world is around then.
We got some time to build back our rebuild. Holy crap!
Between the Joro spiders and the cicadas, there'll be nothing left.
What
by
a
then.
battle!
There'll be
What a
nothing.
co-emergence, right?
Now, if something comes up in the news about these roaches, just take me
Yo,
out.
this
Is there
morning,
a brood of roaches coming too?
Don't tell my wife. This morning, I found a huge cockroach in our house. We usually don't find the big ones because
Yeah.
we don't have an oak tree right next to our house.
Right.
But in my toilet this morning when I woke up, I found a
In the
huge
toilet,
one.
dude?
Yeah, in
That's-
the bowl. I just flushed it, which was great. I didn't have to pick it up or anything, but dude, it was massive.
Bro, that dude's coming back. He's coming back.
He got
I think he was
flushed on.
dead.
Oh, he was already dead.
I think so. He wasn't moving. He
So
didn't
somebody
move.
somebody
Did he just,
sat on that toilet and
No,
Homie was in there.
That is a fear.
That's
I'm
nightmare
gonna,
fuel. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna sit on the toilet and the bug is like. Bloop.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
massive.
I always check the toilet before I pop a squat. You know what I mean? Because
spiders, snakes,
snakes, cockroaches, eels.
Heard
about the gators in the sewer lines.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
What was it? Charlotte's offspring.
Oh no. Yeah. The kaiju, the new kaiju.
There it is.
Gee whiz. Yeah, that's crazy. That's awful. Yeah, my wife is also terrified of cockroaches.
I think it runs in the family.
That's another one of those things that, like in Texas, or at least kind of in the South, we're familiar with the giant cockroaches that are like
tree
monsters.
roaches, right?
Yeah, they're insane creatures.
Actual monsters.
And people, who aren't from the South are like, oh, you're scared of a little roach? And they're like talking about like German, like tiny cockroaches.
As big as our face.
Yeah, it's insane how big they can get.
People think they're like made up.
Yeah, right.
Like
the flying ones,
Yeah.
Or like you get the gag toy. And it's like, oh, that's like fake, right?
Wow, a giant cockroach.
Exactly.
Like that's the small one.
No, this is serious.
Well, when I lived in Hot Springs, like scorpions were normal, just to like be chilling outside.
We have them in East Texas too.
Never.
And West Texas.
It's just Texas has it.
And just, but like it was like we're just outside of our dorm, and there's a scorpion. Someone kicks it across like the patio, and I'm like, okay.
Hey yo,
I worked at a camp in East Texas, and in the guys' like shower area, there was a light fixture, and like you could, if you looked up while you were showering, there were just the corpses of scorpions.
No way.
In the light fixture, they had like fallen in and died.
Bzz.
Yeah,
that's so metal. That's awesome.
I'm kind of ready to be done.
It's just
ready to be done talking about bugs.
All right, can we move on?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna quickly dive deep into the absolute summer spooky time story that I heard this week. This is the crazy story. Okay,
what better time for spooky than summer?
Than summertime, baby. Look, if you want some nightmares in the summer, I got you. Okay, so here's the deal. There are companies who have been using tissue to create what they call brain organoids.
Kleenex.
Human brain organoids. Basically, so they're taking either skin tissues, Kleenex, yeah, exactly. I just grabbed it.
It took me a second.
They're either taking skin tissue or like fetal brain tissue. And so basically it's just like cells. And they're somehow, I'm not certain on the specifics here, but they're encouraging these cells to form and to function as a brain.
Come on, little cells.
And it's working. Yeah, right? It's like,
I thought you had a PhD in biology.
So I'm not that guy. Okay. I just heard the story on TikTok, right? But listen, I'm just spreading the misinformation. Okay? That's my job. So that's what I do. But basically, they're able to encourage these organoids, and they're calling them organoids because it's like they're creating an organ, but it's the only piece of like the puzzle, right? So it's like they're creating a brain in a jar, right? From essentially scratch, right? From like a little bit of cells, creating a brain from human tissue. And these organoids are able to like function and like they're perceiving things, right? So like they used them in some sort of like chips. Like, so basically they're using them to compute different things, right? Like they're saying they're more powerful than like our fastest computer chips, and they're much more energy efficient because they don't require that much energy. And so people they're jumped straight to selling them. They're trying to sell them to people, right? And they don't know
for what
to use as computing power.
What?
Yes, like to build and create things. They put them in mice brains, which is kind of crazy because they apparently were able to repair damaged brain tissue in the mice, but then apparently they also took over the mice brain situation, and so it's like
right, like there's been plenty of science fiction about this.
Yeah,
we know exactly what's going to happen.
The mice are rising up.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's going to be in mice for a while, and like we'll be like, oh, we can contain it, right? Because we contain the mice. And then they're going to stick it in an AI robot thing, and the organoid's going to take over the AI's computing, and then it's going to be iRobot. Or we're dead.
It's like we're dead. We're advancing to this point where it's like we're going to push computers to be smarter than us, right? And it's like, oh, we're gonna do this, right? And
Right.
we're gonna push AI to
Ain't no computer smarter than me.
artificial intelligence.
That's right.
I have a podcast. And so, but
I watch TikTok
every day. But now we're using our own tissue, like our own cells,
Right.
combined with technology to create these like weirdo, like pseudo bionic robot things. And like it's insane. I saw a video of one. I'll try to be putting images on the screen while we go.
This man loves putting images on the
I love
overlay.
it, guys. I love it. But there's this one video where they put the organoid in a like little robot, like crab
Like a
thing,
Roomba?
and it's like moving around. No, it's like a little. That would be crazy. It's like,
Roomba.
I'm in control now. But he's like, it was like moving around, and it's like able to control things. They had it playing Pong. They were teaching it to like, and it was learning really, really fast.
Terrifying.
Dude.
I just don't like this.
So scary. So the spiders are scary. That's the scariest thing I've ever
It's
heard.
like they saw Black Mirror and they were like, "Oh, bet. Okay, we can do that."
I can make court.
Why couldn't these scientists have watched Star Wars and said, "I'd love to make a lightsaber"?
People are doing that. People are trying.
Yeah, they
It's out
are.
there.
But
It's not like a mobile has to be plugged in.
It has to be plugged in. I got my battery bank for my.
If anybody's
It's like the
interested
Vision
in,
Pro.
Yeah,
you got the,
right.
You have to wear the battery.
right? I was gonna say if anybody's interested in reading more about this, science.org has an article about
Trusty.
it.
Science.org.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just science.
Science.org.
I mean,
trust the science.
Got to be trustworthy, right?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
I believe in science.
I believe in science.
There's just so many questions. How? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Like, at one point, are you like, let me put this tissue
Oh,
in
Let
a
me just
chip?
go. And
let's see.
then
What is
Beep,
that?
beep, beep,
it's a
beep.
brain now.
From Jurassic Park.
You were so concerned about whether you could, you didn't stop to think whether you should.
Should, yeah.
Right.
It's exactly that scenario.
We've
exactly
been
where we are.
there for a long time.
So
like
long.
we've been at that point for
We're
a while.
cloning animals. I'm sure
Right.
somebody's got a human somewhere cloned out there.
There's we talked about this. There's multiple countries that are like, no, don't clone humans.
Well, and that's the crazy thing is the legislature on the ethics of creating these organoid brains is like they started doing it after it was they're already doing it. Like they've already been doing these things,
Right.
putting them in mice and doing all this stuff. The one thing, they only last about 100 days because they don't have a circulatory system, right? So they're
Right.
able to keep them like alive and like functioning for only about 100 days through, I think, like shaking them. I don't know, like just to give them
Hey,
like stimuli, I guess. Or I
that's
don't know.
ghetto.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
when you can't get the
come
TV to
on.
work and just hit the TV.
Come on.
That's what that seems
But
like.
they've been working on trying to get a like circulatory system for them, and so
Yeah.
they're like making headway. And it's like,
Did anybody tell these scientists that you're not supposed to shake the baby?
don't shake the baby. That's what they said, that the cell or the brain itself is like similar in
Structure.
like structure, I guess,
Yeah.
to like a baby, like a newborn or like a
Right.
fetus, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like
Disturbing.
insane.
Didn't they just successfully unfreeze a person who was cryogenically
no
frozen?
There's
don't
no
know.
way that's real. Are you for real?
I think so.
Was it Walt Disney himself?
Probably.
That was the joke that the people made. It was a podcast.
I heard it on a TikTok.
No, it was
The body of the first cryogenically
Yeah.
frozen man. This was 2022.
Oh wow! Is he alive?
Well, I didn't look at it.
I didn't read it. I
Let me-
just read the headline.
Let
No,
me
I
pull
saw it was in
up.
2022, and I was like, that's not what we're looking for here.
Boring. That's crazy. If you guys were frozen, would you want to be woken up? If it like, is there a limit to how far in the future you would want to be woken up?
He was Australian, by the way.
Oh, he just got
Australian
frozen,
man,
though, right?
frozen for the first time, and he was thawed.
Oh.
He was a thought.
Efrain.
Thoughties. There we go.
To think about.
Thoughties to think about. So
Wait.
thought to think about. That's crazy though. Well, yeah. Is there a limit to how far in the future you would want to be thawed if you were frozen right now? Like how far in the future
Oh.
you want to go? You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I don't know the future.
You can't. We need to get as many SpongeBob references as we can.
This is the one.
I mean, you can't go in the past.
No, I know, but it's like I can't really say because like I don't know what's gonna be in the future 100 years from now.
Right.
It's kind of looking like 100 years from now that robots are gonna rule the world.
The organoids are coming.
Right. Do I want to be unthawed,
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be there for that.
unfrozen? Yeah,
Dude, it's coming this year. It's happening.
So
That's crazy.
I mean,
Apple's got.
who knows? Maybe some Juro
Stop.
spiders get the organoids, and
No,
my
no,
gosh.
there's a super
no.
race of flying
No.
spiders that takes
Holy
over the
crap.
world. Do I want to be thawed in a super world of spiders?
This
A
is where we
spider
just go live in
superworld?
space.
Space pastor.
Space
I've said
or
it.
underwater.
I'll
Space
do
or
it.
underwater.
Space, obviously space.
The spiders
Space,
can't get
obviously.
you underwater.
It's time to really start evaluating.
spiders can
these
fly into
options.
space.
The spiders seem pretty intelligent. They'll probably build a submarine. Spider submarine. Terrifying.
with the webs.
They just build it
Yeah,
with a web,
submarine.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. But the organoids could definitely swim. You know,
So I'm gonna go with Take Me Home.
country roads though.
Don't thaw me.
Okay, just end
So
it.
then
It's
just don't
okay.
freeze you
Just
at all.
end it. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't freeze
just-
me.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Liz, do you have a limit? How far in the future you want to go?
That kind of sucks because like right here at this moment,
Yeah, right now.
I have no
Boom.
offspring. So then like, how far do I want to see in the
I
future?
mean, I guess if we're getting like that deep in there, if you're frozen, so are your eggs. You know what I mean? So like you got
Dang.
you're prepared. You know what I mean? So in the future,
Maybe they are the last like pure.
they're the last pure humans.
Yeah.
Liz
The
is
rest.
the last hope for humanity.
Oh my gosh,
And we
that's
all weep.
crazy. Oh crap. Yeah, I don't want to go that far in the future. That's
No.
that's disturbing to me.
I honestly, I probably
tap
would
out.
say like 50 years because like my nieces and nephews would still be
Right.
alive.
Right. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know, kind of learn from what they've experienced, and it's not too far ahead where like we're like mega screwed.
See, but
They'd
at
be
the same
older than you know.
But at the same
Yeah.
at the same time
Suckers.
though, like you're not living past your own real like life expectancy.
I don't know.
So is that worth
Oh, life
being
expectancy.
frozen? You know what I mean? So like
I don't know if any of it's worth being frozen.
That's a good point.
But
It's a
like
good
50
point.
years is not like we're not too far gone potentially. I mean, we're kind of like treading that walking the line right now.
right.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess because I would want to see my children, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
like I wouldn't want to go too far. You know, how
Right.
old are my children? Yeah.
I mean, they'd be
That's
what
crazy.
50.
Yeah, I mean,
One?
50 years. Yeah, 52. You know, almost 52.
52,
right?
yeah.
You know? So that's crazy. That
This
is
episode
crazy.
got kind of depressing.
It got a little dark. It got a little dark. We wanted some spooky
summer.
vibes. Well, speaking of spooky summer, it is the 99th episode of
Yep.
the podcast.
Yep.
This
What?
episode. Isn't that crazy?
And we're
So-
going to say goodbye here
This is it. We're
before we hit that like Betty White.
that milestone. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
We just got canceled on
It's okay
99.
because she's frozen though. She's frozen. Right?
She probably is.
Yeah, she,
So
probably.
she's coming back. But so 99 episodes. We've been doing over 2 years now, and
Really?
yeah, over 2 years. We
Man.
started in 2021, December of 2021.
We still only have
Wow.
3 followers.
Yeah, so thank you
Just us
for
three.
joining
we
us
got
for
a
this
new one a
long,
week
all
ago.
three of you.
New subscriber.
nice.
Hey, thanks,
What's
buddy.
up, friend?
So thanks for joining us on 99 episodes so far. We hope to have 99 more, but hey, we'll find out
Can I
if
tell
we can
you
do the next one. So
Can I tell you my favorite moment from like all of our
No.
all of our episodes we've done? It's when we were like it was like 2 setups ago. And we were talking about like first concerts and talking about like I don't remember what we were arguing about, but it kind of led and you made the joke of like is her mom's name Destiny? But then I don't know if we like did a batch and it was 2 episodes a day or whatever. But something like Heather's it was the TikTok ban. It was like if TikTok is bad or not. And you said I don't know, there's a bunch of sides to this. Reid just said like fries and the silence
Absolute
that occurred.
silence.
I will still think about that sometimes and just laugh. It's so good.
I think my favorite.
we'll try to link to that episode.
I think my favorite part of the whole podcast was the story of when Liz microwaved a rat.
oh, that's such a good
no,
episode.
toaster oven.
Toaster oven to rat.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't listened to that episode, I think it's season 1. That is such a
I
good
have
episode.
nightmares about that story.
Yeah. That was a crazy story.
Terrifying.
I still remember the smell, man. It's been years.
I think some of the best moments though are always going to be on the lost tapes. are always going to be on the lost tapes. The ones we lost.
They were so chaotic.
They were
too.
insane. Yeah, it was absolutely insane.
That was before warm vanilla sugar. Hi.
Yeah, it's true. It was, we didn't
Wow.
even have a name.
No, we didn't.
We didn't even have a name. That was fun. Good old times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Here's to 99
That
more.
felt like a goodbye.
It felt like a goodbye. Goodbye,
I
everyone.
think a great way for us to end this episode would be to sing all the way through 99 podcasts in the. I don't know. Couldn't think of anything.
You just
99
fell.
thoughts to think about on the wall.
Right.
99 thoughts to think about.
Well, we've got one more big episode for you. Reid cannot wait.
Yeah, before the season is over, we got one more episode. We're making good on our promise. Reid's reviewing Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, I want to make a clarification to the question you asked earlier about the future. If I want to be unfrozen, if Taylor Swift is still around, no.
She's getting frozen
If she's
too.
gone, sure, wake me up.
What about Travis Kelce?
I don't care.
Oh, it's okay.
It's
It's
Taylor.
Taylor.
It's Taylor. Yeah.
It's
okay.
always been Taylor.
So if you want to see Reid review some Taylor Swift songs, make sure to tune in next week and get to see some of that chaos.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Survive the spiders, the organoids, and Taylor Swift.
Cicadas and roaches.
I hate that.
We'll see you next week.